Let's have a look at the application process. So you appear the required tests like GRE or TOEFL, then you apply online, then you send your credential, your SOP recommendation letters, and other stuff. Now, how about we look at it from the university's perspective? The university wants to make sure that they take the cream of the creams for their university. So the admission committee reviews your application and evaluates your credentials. And based on that, you get the precious admission. So what's the most important thing in the application process? The application package, the stuff that you send to the university for reviewing. That determines if you'll get admission or not. So you surely cannot mess up that. Let's try to focus a little bit and let's be very thorough on learning all the requirements carefully. This is the most simplistic picture we could make to show the application package. So let's have a look at it. One step at a time. Your application starts with creating an online application account. Most of the application forms are filled online these days, although there are some instances of hard copies which you have to print and mail to them. Let's have a look on how a typical application form looks like. This is from the website applytexas.org. If you want to apply to Texas schools, say UT Austin or Texas A&M or University of Houston, you need to apply there from this common platform. Some universities might have their own online application platform. Some might use a common platform like this one. First, you need to provide your personal info, that is your name, date of birth, address, etc. All this info should be exactly the same as provided in your passport. Sometimes the university might ask to send a copy of your passport to match the info you provided. Some schools might ask for your photographs, some might ask for your resume. We are trying to make this more like a comprehensive list, so you might not have to send everything stated in this. Just check out each school's specific application package checklist when you apply. The most important personal info is your personal statement, where you describe the reasoning behind your application to that specific school. Personal statement or statement of purpose, or in short, SOP, is a huge topic of discussion, and this will be covered in a different video. So, after filling up your basic profile, you go to create a new application. You select your application type, then you have to select your target university. Suppose you go for UT Dallas Irvine. Then you select your application type, suppose graduate or international. Looks like this university does not currently have any semester open for this type of application. So let's go for another school, say UT Austin. Then next. On the bottom we can see an address. This is the address where prospective graduates and international students send their application for review. Cool. Now let's select the semester, say fall 2013. Then select the major. I'll do my PhD in marketing. Alright, now we can see a list of items to complete, like biographical information, educational information, blah blah, and on the right side is the deadline for that. Here's some more details we can find. Here are some more alternate addresses to send the application package. Then are the essay or statement of purpose requirements. For SOP, you might be given space in the application form to fill up, like in this one. You can see the instruction given for writing the SOP, and here is the space for writing your personal statement. Sometimes you might have to upload a soft copy, doc, or PDF of SOP somewhere on the university server, and sometimes you can even print and send the SOP in hard copy. Here are the guidelines for that. Going back to the previous page, we can see there are application fees and deadlines. Application fees can be paid by credit card or bank draft or check, whichever is convenient. Cool. This looks like a pretty organized site, and all the details can be found in one place. Let's go back to the slides. Next, you need to provide your academic info. As a proof of your diploma or degree, the university will ask to send official copies of your transcripts directly from your university. Sometimes getting official copies is difficult, so Xerox copies of the original attested by the university registrar or controller of exams will also be considered as official. So you have your certificate, which is attested and signed by the university registrar. These attested certificates and transcripts are put inside your university's envelope, and the cover has to be sealed. That means you have to glue it and get it signed by the university registrar, just like this one. Now, in the online application form, let's fill up the educational background section. If you are applying to graduate degree, the schools usually do not want your high school info, but apparently this one does. FYI, the terms high school and college have different meaning in different countries. Say, in Commonwealth countries like Bangladesh, India, Pakistan, or Iran, high school means from grades 6 to 10. College means grades 10 to 12. Whereas in most of the American countries like US, Canada, Brazil, even in Australia, high school means grades 10 to 12, and college means place where you get your 4 years bachelor's degree. And finally, many of the times universities are called schools. So these things have to be kept in mind while filling up the form. There are very common questions like, why are you a former student of this university? Or did you apply to this university before? Then let's move on to the next page. The education questions continue, and with information like major or area of study, when was the degree earned, what degree was it, etc. Then if you have more academic degrees, you have to put them. Let's move on to the next step. Job experience. Any kind of job experience is better than having nothing, and of course field-related experience are better. For example, having teaching experience sometimes help with getting a teaching assistantship. To show the job experience, you have to get a certificate, job certificate from your employer showing your good stand and how long have you been working there. Next, you have to send your test scores, most of the times directly from the testing agency. This is called score reporting. For example, to send GRE, GMAT, or TOEFL scores, you have to request the testing agency, ETS, to send test scores directly to the universities. FYI, when you register for GRE or TOEFL, you get 4 score reportings for free. If you want to apply for more than 4 universities, you have to do additional score reporting, which is abbreviated as ASR. One final thing, usually you are not personally needed to send photocopies of test scores, since you already are requesting the testing agency to send that, but there is no harm in sending an extra copy. It speeds up the evaluation process. Let's have a look at the application form. You have to fill your test scores up, put all the tests you have appeared in, and remember, whatever info you put here, you need to send supporting documents like score reporting to the university as a proof. Let's move on. They might ask questions like, what kind of award do you seek? Surely I will select all. Then if you are not offered any financial aid, do you plan to enroll if offered admission? Select yes, because filling yes here will not decrease your chances of getting financial aid. Then comes reference or recommendations. Usually the North American schools ask for recommendations from 3 persons. These 3 persons can either be your academic professors or faculty or your previous job employer. These 3 references will send recommendation about you to the university, online or offline. For online recommendation, you have to provide the recommender's email addresses, either professional or personal. For offline recommendation, go to the university website and see if they have any suggested format for that. If they do, ask your professor to fill up the specific recommendation letter for the university. Since offline is hard copy, you have to prove the authenticity of it. So tell your professor to put the letter in a sealed and signed envelope. The process of sealing an envelope has been described just a few minutes earlier in this video. Next comes research experience. You might have to send copies of your journal publications and paper presentations depending on the requirements. Some universities might even ask for a research proposal. This trend is particularly common in Australian university. Finally comes the financial info, where you have to show the proof of your finances, that you are able to provide for your financial needs for your study. Some schools require this info to be sent to them with the application package, that means before the admission, or some schools are okay with receiving this info later, I mean after the primary decision of admission has been made. Details about showing proof of finances is discussed in a different video. So to pack things up, we put everything in this list in one big envelope, say your academic certificates and transcripts, then 3 recommendation letters, then if we send resume, copies of test scores, every document which we intend to send in hard copies, and we will call this big envelope the application package. On the top of the big envelope, you put your name, address, email, and phone number so that they cannot miss it, and send it to the address given in the university website. Alright, this has been an overview of the application package. This is the summary of the entire application checklist. Remember, there should be no mistakes while filling up the application form or while preparing this package. One mistake of putting one wrong name or a wrong date of birth might be a reason of hassle for you in the next phases. So do it slowly. Do not fill up the full application in one day. Take several days' time to fill it up if needed. Have a closer look to this application checklist and keep a printed copy of this for your convenience. And as always, this is an interactive video. Click on any of the following tabs and you'll be taken to the respective videos. If you want to go to the super menu, just click on the top right corner logo of Higher Study Abroad. Surf our YouTube channel and have fun.